Yeah.
The wasteland is a post-apocalyptic mess as the sole survivor wanders out, about to see the rest. Nuclear explosions sending out the gamma rays from deep within the core, frozen atomic waves. From deep within the core, frozen atomic waves.
Welcome, Wastelanders! It's that time again, episode 63 of the Fallout Feed. And we've got a full crew here tonight again. We have Andrew with us. Hello, Andrew.
Hi, Kara. What's going on?
None much so far. That's pretty good for me for now. And we've also got Dennis. What's up, Dennis?
How you doing, Kara?
Doing pretty good. And we also have Pat with us. Hi, Pat.
Hey. How we doing?
Doing pretty great. And of course, we have you, the listener. And please, if you want to join the conversation, find us on Facebook, email us, tweet us, whatever. We want to hear from you. So what are we starting with tonight, guys?
Oh, I don't know. We've got a slew of stuff sort of in the docket. We haven't really met since before Christmas.
You're missing something really important here, Andrew. We haven't spoken since the holidays.
Yeah.
Are you out of mourning? Because we know what a Christmas fiend you are. Are you okay? Are you doing all right?
Yeah.
Well, what happened this year was Christmas kind of fell like on the weekend, which was sort of a strange thing. I'm used to, taking a few days off of work and then taking a couple of vacation days, combining those with holidays, and then actually getting, a little bit of time off. But this time, because it fell on the holiday, like work was nice enough to give us the Friday before and the Monday after, and then I combined that with a few days here and there. So I actually took the week after Christmas off, which I'd never done before. Anytime I'd ever done this, I'd always try to take the week before Christmas off so I could get maximum celebration in. But I just found this year that it really cured my post-holiday blues to take the week after Christmas off, because I just watched Christmas movies that whole week, and I just celebrated all week long. And then by the end of it, I wasn't nearly as blue as I normally would be after a post-Christmas holiday. You know what I mean? I think I did pretty well with it this year.
Yeah, it makes sense. I still have my lights up. I refuse to take them down. It looks absolutely terrible when, I've got regular lights on, but whenever all the lights except for the Christmas lights are on, it looks gorgeous. So
yeah. Well,
I'm dim for the rest of my year.
My wife finally gave me permission. She said, you can now, if you want, leave a corner of the basement decorated Christmas. So now I haven't done it all yet, but I have like 5 or 6 strands of Christmas lights up around my little podcast studio down here now. I've got the little icicles that trickle down, the weird LEDs and they trickle down effect.
Yeah, those are so cool.
Yeah.
I hope Jeremy's taking notes and getting ideas for a studio. You need some lights in there, bud.
Yeah. Jeremy, Christmas studio, buddy. It's a good time.
It's all about aesthetics. I knew a gamer who totally decked out her gaming room with lights. So her lights were always off, and it was just like string lights everywhere. And it created a really neat atmosphere with the glow of the computer, the glow of her keyboard, and the glow of the lights. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's perfect. It's not called track lighting, but whatever that's called, just like the mood lighting, where it's not one source of bright light, but many smaller sources. I always like that a lot more than a jarring one source of light.
Yeah.
Plus it's Christmas.
Well, not anymore. But
I mean the light.
That's true.
So I had a wonderful holiday. We got Tori and I got each other a bunch of different video games and stuff. We got Witcher 3. We got Tomb Raider, or Rise of the Tomb Raider, whatever that one was. I haven't played any of the Tomb Raider one. I played through the prologue, basically the first maybe 15 hours of Witcher 3. It's a good time. Let's see. I got her the Lego movie, Lego video game.
Ooh.
And she has already beat that. she ripped right through that.
Now, did she get all the little red bricks and all the other crap that you have to do?
That's the thing. she's played through the story. Now she has to go back through the free play mode because they have certain areas you can't reach unless you go back through with different characters.
That drove me crazy in the Harry Potter game until I figured it out, and then it's a lot of fun once you get what's going on.
Yeah. So we've been playing lots of games and just having a good old time. How was your holiday, Kara? What'd you guys do?
Let's see. Actually, family was sick for the holiday, so it was just me and my parents this year. But it was cozy because this year I made them watch Christmas movies all day. But nice. The only thing, the one we didn't get to watch was the one I wanted to watch the most, which is the Jim Carrey How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I love that one.
You like that movie?
I do. Don't sound so surprised.
No, it's just I love the original cartoon. That is like that thing is basically on repeat in my house during Christmas season. Like if nothing else, it's on in the background because the music is just so fucking awesome. But when I listen to Christmas music on my Pandora station, that I always thumbs up on those Jim Carrey Grinch ones too, because those songs are fucking killer too. I really like those songs in the Where It's Christmas and all that stuff. I know.
I think for me,
the movie is way too long. Like it should be an hour long, not 3. It shouldn't take a 3-hour broadcast block to play that damn music. But I do love the music of it. It is pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, I think for me, it's the humor. There's so much more humor in it, and I'm not generally a Jim Carrey fan. I've got friends who absolutely love his Ace Ventura stuff, but this one just really kind of I love it so much.
It's not the Ventura stuff. The Truman Show is where Jim Carrey actually truly shines. Like,
oh my gosh,
it's still a respectable movie. Yeah. Like everyone thinks he's sort of a jack off, comedian, but he has some acting chops. I'll admit that. I'm the guy who likes Jar Jar Binks. Remind you.
Why are you tempting the wrath of the Podfather again?
he was giving me shit earlier today because he thinks Indiana Jones is overrated.
Oh, yeah. I've got some friends who are super passionate about Indiana Jones. Although there's one of my friends admits that one of the movies, and I don't remember which, in which it wouldn't have made a difference if Indiana hadn't been there at all. Because literally nothing he did would have changed the outcome, which was the Nazis, spoiler alert, but the Nazis melting their faces off and so on and so forth. He did things, obviously, but anything he did did not matter in the overall outcome.
The Nazis were going to open that box anyway,
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. But she still loves him anyway. Big Harrison Ford fan.
We also gotten a sort of a not a tiff or tizzy, but just a conversation about how I don't like Blade Runner. Have you ever seen Blade Runner, Kara?
Yeah, I didn't love or hate it, but there's another one coming out, a sequel.
That one looks awesome because it doesn't look like it's 100 years old.
Yeah, the effects.
If I haven't watched a movie, like we were discussing this on the page too, if I didn't see it in 1982 or whatever, and then I try to watch it now, it's hard to go back. Dennis was describing that with video games on the page earlier today too. He's like, you played Fallout 4 first. That's probably going to make it fairly difficult to go back to Fallout 3 and New Vegas, let alone 1 and 2.
Well, 3 and New Vegas, they're not as potato heady as like Oblivion. The thing I noticed most in the Vegas playthrough is not so much the faces, but like the population of the world. Like it is so much less populated with anything, with people or NPCs or critters or anything else than either Skyrim or Fallout 4.
And Vegas, you're talking about New Vegas?
Well, Vegas, and I haven't played 3 in a long time, but I'm assuming if you get back to 3, it's going to be kind of more like Vegas, where like if you're getting into like a plot element, there'll be stuff running around. But like if you're just walking around the wasteland, you'll just look around and it's like, oh, you see nothing until like a particular wandering monster or a legion group or whatever comes after you. But it's not just like populated like 4 is.
But in a way that works for Vegas because it is in a desert.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So it works a little bit better there. In Fallout 3, it's very, very noticeable because it's there's all this building and construction in places where people you figure there would be pockets of civilization, and there's just absolutely nothing. I mean, you can wander up and down the map for good portions of time and not hit anything.
Hey, Dennis, you've played Fallout 3 a good deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have an article. Pat, did you sent me an article a while back?
Yeah, I pulled up the. I got the. I got the email pulled up.
You know about this, Dennis? The presidential car hand thing.
I saw you mention something about it, and I tried to look it up, but I wasn't able to find what you were talking about in time.
Let's discuss this a little bit, Pat. Why don't you go ahead?
Yeah. So there's an article, PC Gamer, and there's other places where it's referenced, but PC Gamer I thought had a good sort of like succinct article that got to the bottom of it. So in the Broken Steel DLC, there is at some point where Fallout 3. That's right. It's a DLC for. It's probably in my opinion, the weakest of the three. But we'll do a playthrough at some point, and we'll figure that out. Let everybody judge for themselves. But as part of that, there is a metro car, just like a subway that you take at one point, and it actually, so in New Vegas, there's a monorail that goes back and forth between the two locations in New Vegas, but you never see it actually move. You just walk in on one end, the screen goes black, and you walk out on the other end, so they don't make it move at all. Unlike, say, the monorail to Nuka World, which moves forever because you're on that thing for freaking ever. So anyway, in this one DLC, they show this monorail moving, and somebody, as people will do, they sort of looked into the code or whatever, and they figured out that the monorail, Bethesda didn't code a car or a monorail or a subway car or anything else. They coded a... The original thing was people thought they coded a hat, but then actually they actually took a character, an NPC, who in the article that I sent to we can post it on the Facebook feed, on the Facebook page so everybody can see this for themselves. There's an NPC wearing a sweater vest and khaki pants, and one of his hands is the subway car. So basically they said this NPC is going to run up and down the rails, and his hand is going to be a subway car, and that's going to be the way that's going to be the way they animate it, because that was just the expedient thing to do. And so the NPC himself is like, you don't see it, but you see his hand becoming the subway car.
And from the picture, it looks like his right hand is missing. So the car is his right hand, but it's not located at the end of his arm. It is positioned on his head like it is a hat.
Yeah, that's
probably why the confusion came of it being a hat. You know what I mean? So but it is. If you look at the code of the game, the article was saying it is identified as a piece of armor that would go on your arms. So it is like his right hand or something. But it's displayed as a train car hat that person is walking back and forth on. I just thought that was really funny. That's a good article.
And I was talking to my daughter about it when she was home from grad school for Christmas. And we were talking. We actually started on. She was talking about something in Skyrim. I think it was Skyrim. It might have been Oblivion, but it was one of the Elder Scrolls games. And she said that there is a scene where maybe this happens with all the Daedric. So when you're doing the Daedric Prince quest and you go to their shrine and there's a statue of Bayron, Dagon or whoever or whatever, and they're talking to you. She said that if you, I guess if you no clip and go like inside the shrine, in at least one of those, you will actually see an NPC inside the shrine speaking the lines of the Daedric Prince.
Holy fuck! It's the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, exactly. It's the freaking Wizard of Oz. Yeah.
Pay no attention.
That's right. Can you imagine Mabroon's Dagon saying, "Oh no, pay no attention to the orc behind the curtain," So it's just an example of like these expedient things that when you think about it, it's so goofy. But like, what else would you do if you're why would you code this other stuff where you stick an NPC in a box and the NPC says the lines?
I remember like a year ago when the show was first starting out, before all of us were really the core of the hosts, that my friend from high school was just saying. He was saying something about the crazy maze that is the DC subway system.
Oh, yeah.
You guys tell me a little bit about that? Like, what's going on down there?
So it's just I'm trying to think of a place in 4 that's similar, and it's not as Dennis. I think the subways and other similar locations in 4 are more straightforward as a rule than some of the mazy ones in 3.
Yeah, I think that they kind of learned their lesson in 3 because it can get tedious, and if you're really not paying attention to, there's instructions in the subway system to, where you're supposed to go and how you're supposed to get there, but if you're really not familiar with the map, those don't really mean much for you, and it's very easy to get lost and spend an inordinate amount of time down there for no good reason.
Yeah.
And especially when you don't have, a large population of enemies or what have you, then you're really you're walking back and forth going, did I go here? Did I go here?
Yeah.
When I first started playing the game, I used to have to leave breadcrumbs for myself. I'd have to drop a weapon and be like, okay, I know I dropped that. I went this way. That's awesome. They did a much better job improving it in 4.
Yeah. It's so think about like there's places like the Park Street subway where you find Nick or whatever, and there's a little bit of maziness there. Like you go down one tunnel and then you have to cut across and you go down the other tunnel, but it's really fairly linear and not that hard. But just imagine that you have these things that double back on themselves, or there's a couple places where you'll go in one subway station and come out at a completely different station because they link the two. It's much mazier.
Well, they also did a better job with the mini map as far as denoting whether things are above you or quest markers are above you or below you.
I love that.
In the earlier games, you get a quest marker and you could walk by it and it could be 4 levels of a building and you're like, okay, well, you're saying I'm standing right on top of it, but I have no idea if it's 2 floors above me or 2 floors below me.
I was just about to say, I love that they distinguish floors in this one because, like, if you look at your map and any like Skyrim or anything, it's just like, who knows?
Yeah.
Which freaking level you're on.
Yeah.
There's no elevation relief like map. There isn't like, oh, here's map of floor 1, map of floor 2, map of floor 3. It's all just stacked on top of each other, but not in a it's a 2-dimensional representation of a 3-dimensional world, which doesn't reflect any accuracy of where you are. You know?
I mean, I feel, a lot of people say, well, that keeps the immersion, it makes it more difficult, it's more challenging. And, God bless you if you want to play that way, but not me.
Yeah, it's pretty. I have spent many hours cursing the maps, and I think in New Vegas there's just not as many locations like that. There's a few like Freeside is a little tricky in places or whatever, but there's not nearly as many of those kind of mazy locations. It's like Dennis said, it's Vegas. New Vegas is a more fundamentally spread out kind of desert kind of environment, and it's different, but. That's actually, I'm thinking through this, thinking about going back into those old games. That's probably going to be some of the most frustrating stuff. The most frustrating ever, I forget the name of the location, but it's the one where you encounter Riley's Rangers, and it's a hotel, and it is so mazy. And you have to kind of go up a particular way and down. It is so hard to get through that thing, and you have to make your way up to the roof to get Riley. And Riley's Rangers is a really good quest for anybody who's thinking about playing 3. I mean, that's a good little mini faction to encounter because they're a lot of fun. But and they actually have something that's maybe close to a Radiant thing because there's what is it, Dennis? They send you out to explore locations or something.
I can't even remember now.
I think what it is I think Riley wants a map of the wasteland, and if you go back to her, she'll pay you like 10 caps for every location in your Pip-Boy or something like that. It's pretty simple, but it's like one of the things where it has nothing to do with the plot. It's just like you do a thing for an NPC and they give you some caps.
Yeah, the problem I've encountered now is that I've spent so much time trying to focus on 3 that I've pushed all my New Vegas knowledge, and 4 knowledge is starting to leak out of my brain now. So I'm going to be completely worthless. They're going to be telling me, oh yeah, we did this, that, and 4. And I'm like, wow, really? We did? Wow, that sounds cool. I'll have to play that game one day.
Did you actually get Final Fantasy 15, Dennis?
Yeah, I did.
Have you started?
And Jeremy warned me not to run out there and buy it, but I spent so much. I finished the last Assassin's Creed, and I 100%ed it, and that was just such a slog to go through. I wanted to reward myself. And I rewarded myself by getting a game that was so far out of my ability that I'm like, oh yeah, I couldn't get through the tutorial.
Oh no!
They're like, you bang this button, mash this button, then combo this button with this button, and I'm like,
oh no!
Wait a minute, I'm an old man. I don't Twitch anymore. What are you doing to me? I'm like,
Final Fantasy games.
Well, that's the thing is I played them way back in the day when they were like all like little turn-based things where like one character would like strut up and swing their sword, and then they'd go back in line and somebody else would go.
Someone else take their turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm like, I was like, wow, if it's updated graphics with that, I'm all good with that. But then just like I was talking about with you, Andrew, with like Fallout 1 and 2 are more turn-based. They're not as actiony. They're not as third-persony. And one day I woke up and all my role-playing games all of a sudden we're swinging swords and we're doing this and doing that. It took me a long time to catch up.
I enjoy Fallout Shelter, so I think that I might be able to take that Fallout 1 and 2 sort of turn-based thing in stride.
Mm-hmm.
Kara, what sort of gaming have you been doing? Have you played any Minecraft recently?
A little bit, yeah. So one of my friends started inviting people over to their place. They actually have a dedicated server in their house, so it's pretty cool. And I can connect to it wirelessly, or I can go over there and pretend like it's a LAN party.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. And in addition to that, someone also tempted me back into Diablo 3 for a little bit there. The new season just started, and I really...
What does that mean? I don't understand what a season in Diablo.
You can create seasonal characters or rebirth your already leveled up characters as new characters, and you can earn new achievements, and you can also earn shiny new armor and a pet, and there's like even a banner or sigil stuff to put around your character or on your character's banner. So it's just a bunch of little like
I've never played Diablo. Is it sort of like a first person shooter type thing?
No, it's a third-person hacky slashy smash the buttons.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah, like you have. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is that the one with the team and it's sort of like off at a 45-degree angle? You see the map, like.
Yeah, kind of like that.
I think I've seen a buddy play that game. It looked pretty fun.
Yeah, it looks a bit. Oh, sorry.
It's for loot pinatas. You kill an enemy and it blows up and it's got all kind of loot. And you sit there and go, oh wait, this one's a nice color. This one does like one more point of damage, and then you sit there and agonize over your damage output and all your gear stuff. I can't play it anymore. It's too addictive.
What?
It's just too addictive for me. I can't do it anymore.
And I especially love it when the enemies go boom so big. Like the bigger the blow, the better. Oh my God, they just go everywhere, and it's so. And then of course the ragdoll effects in the game. Once something is dead, they become like stiff yet full of like stiff feathers. So like you kick a dead body and it just kind of floats up and floats back down without any the limbs don't wave or anything like that. They just kind of stay stiff. And it's just, and all you have to do is tap it or go near it. I'm not talking about kicking it or anything, just going near it or thinking you're walking over it. Nope, you're sending it right up into the air for some reason. And I don't know, I just really love wonky ragdoll effects. I have no idea why. They just really tickle me. But I just, if I had an Xbox, I would be one of those people who could not feel complete unless they finished all of the achievements that you could get. And that's also part of why Steam, I love it so much, but I also hate it because there are times when I just cannot get an achievement. But I feel like with D3, there's a lot more that's achievable in terms of getting achievements. So it's like the easy to get that kind of satisfaction little tick in your head, like when something goes right at the slots or whatever, and you're surrounded by the pretty lights and everything, and you're just like, I'm really good at this. So that's what it is to me.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Did I say something wrong?
No, it was, yeah.
There's just silence.
I was waiting for Andrew to jump in, but I don't know. That's we might
Yeah.
have.
So, is the Final Fantasy 16, is that like...
Yeah. Okay. We're not crazy. We did lose Andrew. Did we lose you for a second there?
Guys, yeah, I'm back, and Kara, you dropped off, or I dropped off, I guess, is the more the case, about 1 minute ago. So,
Yeah.
and I have the recording going, and I know people on YouTube probably heard everything, but no one listening to the podcast will have heard anything that you said for the past minute. So if you
snap.
It was a
anything that
bunch of babble. There was nothing important. Nothing I say is important or of any credibility, so they did not miss out.
I did have one question I wanted to get to you, Kara. Is the new release of the Fallout DLC for Minecraft something you'd be interested in?
Oh, hell yeah, but the Fallout stuff for Minecraft is only for Xbox players. They don't release that for PC players, which makes me very sad.
That's not what I read. I read an art. I was at the game store today, and I noticed that they had a used copy of Minecraft. So I was like, "Ooh, interesting." I have zero interest in playing Minecraft, but I heard there was a new Fallout DLC for it. So here, let me Google real quick. Oh, an interesting article that said that Minecraft and Fallout are combining for a DLC that will be on PlayStation, Xbox, Wii U, this and that and the other, PC. So, like, I think it's on every platform.
See, I'm not used to that. Normally, they do.
If it's not, I got ripped off, and I'm going to take the game back and do something bad to the clerk. I don't know. Or that article lied to me. I could be, or I could have misread it. I could have misinterpreted it. That's very.
But you bought the Xbox, right, Andrew?
Yeah, the
so
Xbox,
I could do it
for the Xbox version, you will definitely have it.
So screw you guys. I'm gonna go play some Fallout. Yeah, that's the only way that I got dragged into Minecraft. Really was because the Fallout DLC there. So I'm gonna try that out. But speaking of which, guys, we have a good old buddy, one of our friends from the way back, who has written in with a little bit of her thoughts on this new Minecraft Fallout DLC. Would you like to take a listen with me?
Yes.
Please. Yes.
Hey guys, Shalene here. I hear that some of you lovely people out there in the wasteland are wondering about the new Fallout Minecraft DLC, so I thought I'd send in this holotape with my thoughts. Full disclosure, Microsoft sent me a free copy of the DLC, but it's $5.99, and I totally would have bought it anyway. But anyway, I feel like I should say that. So what is the Fallout Minecraft pack? It's basically a skin pack with a neat Fallout world that was made in creative mode. Pretty much every asset in the game has been redone in the image of the wasteland. It's available for consoles, $5.99, and it is a DLC. It's not a standalone game. You have to own Minecraft to be able to play it. It's not available for the PC, but there's really nothing there that you can't achieve on your own with mods. I was really pleasantly surprised by the scope of this project. Fallout 4 locations and skins are seen in the trailer, but there are skins and locations representing the older games too, including the ISOs. The character skins are fantastic. The level of choice you have it's an embarrassment of riches. The more popular characters are there, like Dance and Piper and Three Dog. They're adorable and immediately recognizable in terms of who they are. There are some obvious choices, like various vault dwellers from the series history, as well as power armor. Personally, I opted for the Fallout 2 version of Harold the Tree. I love that guy, and I found it really hilarious to kind of bop around the wasteland with a tree growing out of my head. Love that guy. The environment was built with a lot of love and care by people who are plainly huge fans of the franchise. It's easy to see. The textures are lovingly redone, from Nuka-Cola machines and crates to the corrugated metal that wasteland buildings seem to so frequently be made out of. You start out near Fallout 4's iconic Red Rocket gas station, where you can recruit dog meat to follow you. It's the same mechanic as taming a wolf with bones in vanilla Minecraft. I actually didn't find all the Fallout 4 locations that are shown in the trailer in the few hours that I've spent playing Fallout 3 area pretty extensively, and it's a joy. Areas like Megaton are almost one-for-one recreations. Someone familiar with the locations can pinpoint every building. The Citadel, complete with Liberty Prime, Tenpenny Tower, underground vaults like Vault 101, the mall, including the trenches, the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial, and the Capitol Building, they're all beautifully done. I found the Pridwin, but I don't know if they've modeled the inside because I didn't have enough materials to build a nerd pole up there. Areas from Fallout 1 and 2, like Shady Sands, are realized in a 3D space for the first time. And even though this is style, that's something pretty special, and it's very neat to explore if you're someone who's played those games. The subway system is a huge part of Fallout 3, and an underground metro complete with rideable minecarts will ferry you around the Fallout Minecraft map. You can get anywhere underground if you like. It's pretty cool that they went ahead and added that in. The nostalgia factor is a major factor here in terms of enjoyment. If you really were a Minecraft player who didn't play Fallout, I don't see you getting much out of this. My primary complaint with the game is the lack of NPCs. And I know it's Minecraft, but it's still a little weird. In Sanctuary, I found 2 villagers that resembled Sturgis and Mama Murphy, but it's a bit uncanny when you're in a location and you know that characters should be there, but they aren't. Take Moriarty's bar, for example. It's weird walking through that building without seeing Gob behind the bar and Nova leaning on the wall, and Mr. Burke and Lucy West sitting at those tables waiting to give you quests. It feels empty and hollow. It's a little weird for sure. The world isn't entirely empty, though. Minecraft's pigs are now the most adorable little mole rats that I've ever existed. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. Really cute. And cows are irradiated-looking Brahmin, albeit one-headed Brahmin. The wolf is now dog meat. Zombies are feral ghouls. Creepers look like super mutants. And spiders, they're either some kind of a rad roach or a rad scorpion. Honestly, I wasn't sure. I really couldn't tell with that one. But in my favorite instance, I found a horse. And it was a giddy-up buttercup. And the horse was apples. And you can ride the giddy-up buttercup. And it's the best thing. I loved it. The Nether is also populated with Mothership Zeta aliens, which is pretty funny. There are chests scattered around the environment containing resources, outfits, holotapes, and tools. You can build, destroy, and craft, just like in normal Minecraft. The soundtrack is also revamped with Fallout music. The orchestral themes that you recognize from the start menus and those thudding drum beat, intense pieces of music that we all associate with enemies, as well as licensed music like the Ink Spots and Louis Armstrong. It wasn't very long before my playthrough turned into the Shalene Karaoke Hour, because that's how I roll. I've been going on a bit long here, longer than I intended to, but I'm going to close by saying that I loved my time with the game. Building and crafting aside, there are hours of enjoyment to be had in terms of exploration and, oh, I remember that, and oh, this is that thing, and there's some really good moments here. But just keep in mind, this is not a Fallout game. It's Minecraft, and it's for people who love Minecraft. But if you have any interest in Minecraft and you're a Fallout fan, I think this would be a great starting place to start playing Minecraft. I really like both games, and seeing them smashed together like this is the perfect, you got chocolate in my peanut butter. You got peanut butter in my chocolate. I quite enjoyed it. And anyways, thanks, Fallout Feed. Love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. And we'll talk to you next time.
Yay!
Very nice.
Now, I think it's quite an achievement to make mole rats adorable, because those are some ugly MFers.
Yeah, see, that was a wonder. Shalene, thank you so much. That was terrific feedback. that like almost makes me want to try Minecraft. But then I immediately realized it's like, no, I would not enjoy that. But Shalene makes me think I would enjoy it because it was such a terrific feedback.
Totally sold me hook, line, and sinker. I'm gonna load that shit up tonight after the show, I think. Yeah, that's probably happening. Hey, let's check in with our friends with Earwash Show real quick.
There's a whole bunch of podcasts out there. You're not getting to listen to all of them. Join me, your Uncle Blake, and let me be your podcast Sherpa with the Earwash Show. I'll present a different podcast on each episode for your consideration. If you decide you like it, hey, give it a download. If not, well, I'll try again on the next episode. Besides my favorites and Apple's top picks, I want to hear what your favorites are so we can share them with the rest of the world. So send your favorites to earwashshow@gmail.com. Again, that's earwashshow@gmail.com. And let's get the good word out.
Hey, thanks. And speaking of Earwash Show, welcome back, Earwash Show, to the ASA podcasting family. I'd also like to welcome into the fold on That Television.
I have not gotten a chance to check out Damn That Television yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Always
I
good.
just love the Talking Heads reference, which I hope is the Talking Heads reference. Big fan.
Wait. No, this is intriguing me. Wait, is that from...
More songs about buildings and food? Come on, Pat.
Oh, man. Oh,
last track on side A.
Oh, like I have vinyl. I haven't owned vinyl in 25 years. Come on. Jeez.
That's the only... I listened to that album on vinyl.
Really? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even remember what it's called, but I don't know. It's a Talking Heads song. I forget what it's fucking called. I don't know. This is Andrew Forgets Talking Heads songs, episode number 1. Welcome to the show, everyone. Okay. We didn't actually talk to Dennis or Pat about your guys' holiday. How'd you guys do? Did you have fun, relaxing holiday, Dennis?
I just realized that you don't buy 3-year-olds 7 billion presents. What you do is you buy 3 billion boxes and wrap them up, because all they're really interested in doing is opening the box. We could have saved a lot of money on toys, because they would open the box and go, "Oh, look!" And we're proud of, like, we researched the toys and found the Peppa Pigs and all the stuff a 3-year-old would love.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yeah, that's cool. Where's the next box?" And so then they started opening our presents. Then we took them over to the grandparents, and then they opened their presents.
The grandparents' presents.
Yeah, exactly. They just kept going and going and going. It just
want to tear. That's great. Yeah, Mo just started learning how to do that too.
Yeah, but no, it's very nice. It's nice to see the holidays through a kid's eyes. Even I can't be curmudgeon-y enough to deny them that, as much as I wanted to not watch The Grinch and all these.
Oh, The Grinch is great.
I would think that The Grinch would be your speed, Dennis.
Yeah,
no, because they watch The Grinch and then they go, well, "That's like Daddy," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's good one." You're funny, kid. Now go outside and sleep in the snow.
Dennis, did you by chance have the opportunity to wear any fancy new Christmas duds?
Yeah, I proudly rocked my my quote unquote ugly sweater. I think it's quite beautiful, and although my wife made me take it off for family photographs. But,
oh, that's cruel. That's
awesome. That's so great.
I don't own an ugly sweater. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I saw somebody had the maybe it was you, Andrew, that had the decorative Christmas balls from Bethesda, and I was like, yeah, there's no way that I wouldn't be able to put that on the back of the tree without that getting spotted and removed quickly.
You know, your wife would take that down, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the 7 set of Christmas baubles with all the special. It's all the special guys, the bobbleheads, their positions. So that's pretty fun. I actually didn't get them on the tree because I received them as a present this year. So I need to. I'll definitely be. I should just hang those up around the podcast.
That's what I was going to say. You should add it to the podcast decorations. That would be the perfect place for those.
Yeah, it's going to go up next to my new Nord and female lone wanderer pop figure. What are those guys called? Those pop things?
Pop vinyls?
Finals, yeah. Sorry, I'm not a collector of stuff, but now I'm starting to become one. I've got a couple little
slippery slope.
A little Fallout stuff gathering on my desk over here.
Yeah.
I really like how the idea that your wife thinks that she can contain you to that one little space, because it's slowly going to start to branch out and like creep along, like ivy, like start growing all over the house. It'll start going up the basement steps, then take over the house eventually.
Well, then maybe that'll force her to clean the house a little bit more. Then,
you're on your own. You're on your own there, bud.
Yeah, really, no kidding.
No, I just, it's just so sad to take everything down. And the saddest, I posted a picture on Facebook of my Christmas tree without its decorations, laying on the curb like a drive-by victim, and it's just so sad. And I posted the picture, saddest day of the year. But again, the vacation right after helped a lot. So, it's been great. Had a wonderful holiday. Pat, how about you? You said you stuck around home a lot, right?
Yeah. My daughter was home from grad school for a nice long visit, so that was really nice. We just kind of hung out. I played a metric shit ton of Skyrim. Compared Skyrim notes with my daughter, so that was nice.
Great.
My wife was very patient with the two of us talking about Skyrim for 2 weeks. So.
Nice. We actually, for how long we've been doing the show with each other, all of us, the four of us, we don't actually know a ton about each other's, personal lives and stuff. Is this your only child, Pat?
Yeah. My daughter's in grad school, so she's so this so we don't get to see her that often. So it's good to have her home for a nice long visit.
And she's a big gamer too.
Yeah. She let's see. She has not played Fallout 4 because she doesn't have a current generation console, but she's played Skyrim and Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, and she does other things like Dark Souls and BioShock. She's actually a big BioShocker.
What does she think it's kind of pathetic that Dad has a podcast?
She's very patient with me. She's very patient with Nerd Dad. Yeah.
I can already tell Mo's going to think podcasting is the stupidest thing ever.
Oh, Dad, jeez.
Dad, or whatever. It won't be YouTube anymore by the time he is, 12 or whatever.
Well, you guys can have hope for your grandchildren. Did you hear about that 74-year-old grandfather he got a lot of play on social media because his granddaughter sent out a plea for recommendations for him, because the MMO he's been playing for 17 years, which let me see what that is. That would be Asheron's Call, is going to shut down. All of their servers are shutting down for good. So she tweeted out, I assume she tweeted, but I know it's just hit a whole bunch of different media outlets. And she's like, this is my grandpa. He's been playing Asheron's Call since 1999. And if you play, it's a close-knit community. And he's weddings and funerals in the game that he's attended in character. And she's trying to find him a different video game that he can take up now. So you guys have hope. Maybe your grandchildren would be like, that's so cool. You did a podcast, or you're still doing a podcast.
Very nice. Well, that was like the Skyrim granny that was posted on the Facebook page. So she was a very cool lady. Yeah.
I actually follow her on YouTube. I'll watch her videos every once in a while. She's really fun.
Yeah, that video was terrific. Yeah, she was obviously having a really good time. Knew exactly what she was doing in the game.
And she actually used the word derp.
Yeah.
I thought Pat copyrighted that.
No. I picked it up from Shalene, I think.
I thought Victor came up with that. I didn't know. Shoot, I don't know anything. That's awesome though. That's great. That's one of my new favorite terms. So, Pat, we have some emails to get to. We can either do that tonight, or actually, we're coming up on pretty close to the end of the show. So why don't we save some emails for next week? We'll leave that as a big teaser. We got two big ones from Michelle. from Canada. So shout out to Michelle. We'll be getting to your emails. I also saw a mod that I was kind of mildly interested in that I thought looked a little silly, but also really fun, called the Revolted mod for Fallout 4. So we'll chat about that next time. And also, if anyone remembers, where we're doing the Bard's College Let's Play over there on the Let's Play Skyrim feed from ASA Podcasting. We were coming up with Bard band names for the band that Curing Tinker keeps put together, and we're just doing a little contest to raise a few bucks for cystic fibrosis. But anyway, we'll go over those band names.
Nice.
Also, those band name submissions. So keep your ear to the floor for episode 64. So sign off, email thefalloutfeed@gmail.com. Twitter, also the Fallout feed. What else we got?
We've got the
We
Facebook
also
group.
have the Facebook group.
Yeah.
That would be a Skyrim Addict podcast and the Fallout feed. All one title.
Check us out.
That's what you search for. It's facebook.com/group/a Skyrim Addict podcast. I always fuck that up. And also all this information's in our outro stuff. So I guess that's all I've got for this evening. You guys have anything else you'd like to say?
Good to catch up after the holidays here.
Yeah, it's great to talk to you guys for a little while. Kara, it's awesome to have you back. Just so we can get her on the spot, everyone, we're going to go ahead and say that Kara's New Year's resolution was to be on the show more often. So we're gonna try to make her stick to that, and we're excited to have you back as a regular again. That'll be great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Who knows? When I'm job hunting, you might have me a lot more than you think.
Thank you for downloading
No
this
such thing.
episode of the Fallout Feed Roundtable. If you are interested in doing a play-along character with us, the show can be contacted by emailing falloutroundtable@gmail.com. For the roundtable schedule, our Amazon link, and all other show information, please head on over to asapodcasting.com, where you will find the Fallout Feed, a Skyrim Addict podcast, our YouTube channel, the Chatterbox, as well as other content. Once again, thank you for downloading, and we'll see you in the wasteland.
So we need to do some debugging.
Yeah. So what did it just start all of a sudden, Andrew, or
What's that?
the microphone hum?
I don't know. I think when I came back, like when everything crashed and I came back, it's just a background hum. Like it's very low. I don't know if I just didn't notice it before, and I think it's probably fine.
Well, you know what? Here's what. Let me.
Your heater's not on, is it?
No. I'm in a different location. The basement where I do the Let's Plays is where the HVAC is terrible. Let me put a.
Oh, it just disappeared.
Yeah, I think it's picking up vibration from the desk. So is it better now?
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay. Yeah, it's I'm gonna have to do something different with the mic stand because I had to put it on top of a book. I forgot about that. So all right, good. Thanks for the warning there.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's hard with mics, especially when you've got like a keyboard in front of it and whatever, and even those little tippy taps. And, yeah.
All right, I need to save that, and we'll start a new one.
So we got two good meaty emails from Michelle, and then we got all the band name things here.
Yeah, that'll take up most of the episode.
Yeah, that alone's probably two really good nice long emails from Michelle.
Yeah.
How do you walk around a mine like a piece of shit? You can lay a whole row of mines and do like tiptoe through like the side. Unreal.
Fallout. No. No, that's a round table. Fallout feed. Regular show. Yes. Here we go. What episode was that?
That was 63.
3. All out. Feed. Row. I Fallout Feed 63 saved. Okay. New. YouTube. Hi guys. Welcome.
Oh, do we have people listening tonight?
Do we have 0 viewers on right now?
Yeah, I got the chat pulled up on my phone. I don't think there's been anybody in the chat.
Yeah, there's. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's an indicator in your bottom right-hand corner of the Hangout screen. At least on mine, that says 0 viewers.
Huh.
That's just
Oh, you're the host. It probably shows up for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get the. Actually, see what pro. Let me make sure the promo. What spot? Let's do. Is there a? What was the My Journey?
So
is that one in the? Is that one in this?
Yeah, we got My Journey. We got Mod Talk. We got
My Journey one in there.
Yeah, it starts with an M. Yeah, it's MW. Jeremy abbreviated like MW. My MJWCF.
I don't know. I might have moved it accidentally or something.
Oh man, I was just in there. It was there. Here, it's spots. Yada yada yada. Did you screw with it? Oh man, if you ruined everything. Oh man, you've ruined everything. You did move it because it was there earlier.
All right, here. Let me move my drive. Spots. Move here. Move. Okay, let me refresh that.
Yeah, it's back.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
So you've heard us talk about.
Okay. And back to theme music. I really need to get a little mixer or a little soundboard where I can just push a button for each MP3 instead of having to go back and forth between folders and stuff. That's kind of annoying. Shoot. I should just do it on the desktop. I don't know why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. It's so stupid.
Workflow is everything.
Yeah, you're gonna have to walk me through that for the February recordings.
For you, you won't have to do anything live. I'll just give you files. You can just piece everything together. It'll be super easy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's super easy in comparison.
But trying to do this live and doing stuff on the fly, being the sound guy at the same time. Yeah. All right, I think we're ready to roll. YouTube, you're welcome for the super professional mid show, halftime show.
It's behind the curtain, right? You peek behind the curtain, you see how the magic happens.
Like the Daedric person behind the curtain. That's so funny. Which do you remember what shrine that was?
No, I did the Fallout one because of this show. I didn't look at the other shrine. I thought it was Dagon, Mehrunes Dagon, right? That's one of the princes, right?
There's one in particular that I remember that you can definitely go in under. I don't know. Okay, here we go, guys.
The wasteland is a post-apocalyptic mess as the sole survivor wanders out, about to see the rest. Nuclear explosions sending out the gamma rays from deep within the core, gross atomic waves. From deep within the core, gross atomic waves.
Welcome, Wastelanders! It's that time again. It is the Fallout Feed, episode 64. And tonight we have with us Pat. Hi, Pat.
Hey, Kara, how we doing?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Sounds good. And we also have Dennis. Hi, Dennis.
How you doing, Kara? You guys got so much energy. I'm so jealous.
It's the meds.
We do it for the fans.
And then, of course, we have Andrew with us. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Kara. Glad to be here. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. So we have a pretty full episode ahead of us today, don't we?
Yeah, we've got, like I mentioned last week or last episode, we have a couple of different emails from Michelle. He's been taking inspiration from Pat, and as has Ray, and all sorts of people in the community. Like I think Colin even too. Like Pat, you don't even know what sort of ripple in the pond sort of effect you've created in the Facebook group. It's been awesome. So we'll be hearing some emails from Michelle from Canada. So excited about that. And also, not necessarily, we don't have to get deep into it, but I wanted to chat about the Revolted mod just a little bit, and maybe get into some Bard the Bard band names that Dennis was putting a little project to raise a few shekels for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, which is a very admirable and noble cause. Thank you so much for doing that, Dennis. So we might get into a few things like that this episode and anything else that comes up. A pretty full, pretty exciting show.
Sounds great.
Yes.
So I don't care. Let's go ahead, Pat. Do we have some emails pulled up?
Yeah, we do. We got Michelle, big friend of the show from Michelle. Michelle is on Twitter as Michelle, and on the Facebook group as Mikhail. So he is. Mikhail, those of you who are on the Facebook may recall that he had the character Jennifer that he got up to. I don't remember if Jennifer actually, he might have maxed her out like at level 270, 80 or whatever. He absolutely got her up to like the 200 levels, just with some amazing immersion style playthrough. And he's got a character. So we actually have a couple notes from him. So maybe we'll start out with the first one from earlier this month. So we're right into the new year as we're recording this. So this is from Michelle. So he says, "Hi Pat. First, let's say I'm really enjoying your Let's Play episodes. Thanks for listening, Michelle. Appreciate that. As I have said on the Facebook page, you got me to go back to the game, and I'm quite happy I did. Talking about New Vegas. So here's what he has to report about his Vegas playthrough. I created Willy Twerk to help me test some mods that looked interesting. So far, he's done a good job. Apart from the essential ones." NVSE, Patch 4G, and the utilities MCM, One HUD, User Interface Organizer. And by the way, I'm not doing mods, so these are Greek to me, but that's okay. I've tried a few that improve my experience. Poco Bueno and NMC's texture packs, Dynavision 3, JIP Companion Command and Control, FMV Redesign 2, Faces, Project Nevada, only the core and the rebalance modules, Sunny Companion, Jesus Rogue Ranger Coats, and my favorite so far, After School Special. I've had a few problems, mainly because of a bad load order, but everything's been working fine for the last couple days. I don't intend to install many more, maybe the Some Guy series that Colin suggested, a mod that lets you take off a mod from a weapon and put it on another one, or a nice armor if I find one. I may also give it a second try to Nevada Skies and Wasteland Flora Overhaul, but that's about it. So I'll pause there. I want to read the rest of Michelle's note. He's got some good story stuff, but maybe pause there with mods. I'm going totally modless, which is just my personal choice. But I know there's some. Obviously, he's got a list of these. Andrew, you haven't played New Vegas.
No.
Or if you guys played any of the mods for New Vegas in your playthroughs?
I haven't actually touched New Vegas yet, personally, but I'm probably just going to do vanilla. I like to at least do that first, just to get the game at its first blush.
She has a PC and still hasn't even modded Fallout 4.
Shh, it's fine. Shh. They don't need to know that. They don't need to know. I don't know. I just
think that's awesome that you. That's the thing. Everyone likes to get their PC and load it up with 2,500 mods and go crazy with. Kara is part of the master race, and she still doesn't even care about mods. That's hilarious.
Well, the weird thing is, I do have mods for like Minecraft. So, but I don't know. Just when it comes to these games, I kind of want. But maybe first of all, I did do Minecraft for quite a while before I did add mods. I kind of like that, the experience. That the company gives you, straight off. And if you get bored after that, then it's time for mods. But right now, I feel like it's complete.
That's something we in general recommend in the Facebook group when new players come along. They're like, they want to load it up on mods. No, go ahead and play through at least the main story once. Play 20, 30 hours of the game. Get a really good feel of what the game is. And then enjoy your mods. You know what I mean? Like, you can't really see what you're missing out on unless you do it that way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Plus, I'm super lazy, and if it's not super easy to do, I'm like, I can't.
Oh yeah, you got to mess with the .ini files and this and that and blah. Yeah, I can't mess with all that stuff.
Yeah.
With stuff like Project Nevada, if I'm thinking it's the same mod, some of those are. I don't know if that's a texture or if that's one of the big overhaul ones. I think it's Project Nevada is like FWE for Fallout 3, where it really changes up the world. So you would be better served if you have not played those games to play the vanilla versions before adding major enhancement mods. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that mod New Vegas that would be helpful that I think you would like, Pat. I mean, there's a nice mod that breaks in at the strip. So instead of having, your loads are pretty fast, but what it does is it removes all those fences, so the strip's one continuous.
Yeah.
So things like that, I think, aren't a lot of work to do, but would really add some nice general enhancements that most people would enjoy.
Yeah, that's good feedback, Dennis, because I know I don't know if Project Nevada is exactly what it does, but there are a number of unofficial patch style mods that try to just correct goofy errors and weird bugs that have sort of persisted through the official patches. And that's something I talk about in the Let's Play. God, I can't imagine myself today having the patience to sit through the load screen times that did you get on New Vegas from a 360, because they were brutal.
I think Dead Money was really bad, if I'm remembering that. There was certain portions of that where you would just be watching the roulette wheel go round and round. You're like, all right, I'm going to bed now. Yeah,
because the New Vegas, the way it does is it's got the Skyrim and Fallout 4 load screens are nice because they give you like the little tips, and it's a very nice little graphic and all that. But the ones for New Vegas, they'll show just a static image and they'll still have the tip. But what they'll do is if it's a really long load screen, it'll cycle through multiple images. And that was always the mark of a just really egregious, terrible load screen, when it would just cycle through 3 and 4 and 5 images, because it would just stick so long. And I think that got better that New Vegas was a game that, out of the box, it was almost unplayably buggy. But then they got on the stick and got it updated pretty well by the time the last DLC rolled out.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this probably in an earlier episode, but I actually heard about those load times and about people who would just, carry just about everything they could with them so that they could just do everything they needed to do in a certain room, and then they would just never return to that room again. They would clear it out, and then they would never return to that area again, so they didn't have to go back and forth and deal with the load times.
Yeah.
I also read an article about some guy who was out of shape and shit, and because the load screens were so long, he got in shape by doing sit-ups and push-ups. Load screens. I was like, that's fucking brilliant. Good for him.
That's funny.
Dennis, I think I cut you off.
Oh, I was just saying that one of the ways that I first started listening to the ASA podcast was listening to old episodes of Skyrim Addict, and Andrew would be on there talking about Skyrim load screens and how horribly long they were, and I'd be sitting there listening to it while I was playing Fallout 3 going, yeah, I've been on the same load screen for half this podcast, man. You're gonna be all right. You'll get through it.
Nice.
So what else did Michelle have to say?
Yeah, so let me jump back into his email. So he picks up with some story comments he notes this is as of January 2nd. Willie spent quite a bit of time in Good Springs and the surroundings. He helped Ringo take down the Powder Gangers. He spent many days improving the schoolhouse, which I think that's one of the mods he mentioned. Michelle posted some neat stuff on the Facebook group about what that schoolhouse does. It basically turns into sort of a super homestead for you. Then he went to Prim, rescued the deputy, killed all the convicts, and got Prim Slim to be the new sheriff. Sneaking through Nipton, he got to Novak, where he rented a room. He talked to Manny and got caught in the long and frustrated "Come Fly With Me" quest. I hate mazes. I'm actually having fun with that, but I get the maze comment. There's a few places where it's a little tricky in that quest. If I'd known what to expect there, I surely would not have taken the quest. Later, he talked to Boone, agreed to help him find what was behind his wife's kidnapping, and got him his companion. Then I got a bit more active. We talked to Jessup at Boulder City, learned that Benny was probably back in New Vegas. At the 188 Trading Post, I got to talk with Veronica, and she joined the company. I think one of the mods Michelle's doing lets him have a lot of companions. I think he's got 4 or 5 different companions, whereas the default is 1 human and 1 non-human companion in New Vegas.
Now, did he like multiple companions before he started listening to this podcast or
Yeah,
after?
yeah. I think Andrew may have sickened the entire Facebook group with this whole companion obsession. Although, actually, I've been working my way through the Skyrimatic backlog, and Michael was talking, I guess, about a year ago with some like conjuration playthrough. He's not doing followers, but he was talking about his conjuration assassin who would conjure dragon priest who would then conjure other things, and he would conjure Dremor Lord. So, Andrew, I think you've got a friend in Michael in that front. Yeah.
People always bash on the followers, but then if you look into their back pocket, you actually see, oh, I actually have a couple tucked back in there. So, you know what I mean? And then when they have their followers, they give their followers stabs that also summon other shit. You know, so like their followers have followers all of a sudden,
Yeah.
and then they try to give me a hard time. Pat, what's that about?
It's unfair, man. Podfather unfair to Andrew, clearly.
Okay, so I need to start a list going in Fallout 4. What are those followers that you can gather, like I've been doing in Skyrim, that are extra? I think we determined that the radio DJ Travis might be the only one.
I think you can get Travis. You go meet him at the brewery for rescuing Vadim. But then I think if you don't go rescue Vadim, I think he will follow you. I think,
and that's the only in the game.
I can't think of another one because most of them they meet you.
I think technically you might be able to have Drinkbot follow you. Is that his name?
Drinkbot?
Yeah,
Drinking Buddy.
Yeah, Drinking Buddy. Like, you know, I mean, you can tell him where to go, but you can just never tell him where to go, and he can just follow you very, 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 very,
Does he?
very,
I thought he would just path from wherever you were to wherever you told him.
Well, you can choose to not
tell
him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't go anywhere if you don't tell him where to go.
Oh, he doesn't?
You can tell him to go to any one of your settlements. So you can get him to go between your settlements.
Well, and also Good Neighbor, but
right. But I don't think he will follow you around the wasteland.
I want to test that now.
Yeah, that's right.
But like I said, he would be very.
Now, guys, we have a tester community out there, and his name is Ray.
Oh, yeah.
Ray,
I hate to pile on. Come on.
The Peanut Man has 1 allowance to leave.
That is not
Diamond
his name.
City. The Peanut Man is his name. Wears a moniker and a top hat. He works for the Furniture's company. He has 1 allowance to leave this month.
And so
he's allowed to go to Good Neighbor to check out this Drinking Buddy robot. All right.
You go to what's the it's an Irish pub. What's the name of the pub? Because you don't actually have to go to Good Neighbor. You can go straight to the pub.
Yeah.
Oh, Shamrock, whatever it's called.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah. Well, you don't have to. You can just find Drinking Buddy. You don't have to get the quest.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know that. Awesome.
Yeah. So Michelle's goes on here. Let's see. Veronica. So Mojave Outpost. Cass told us that we might find a job at the Crimson Caravan Company. So we went there and got to deliver an invoice to Dr. Hildern, who's sketchy as hell, I might add. Alice McLafferty asked us to get Cass to sell the caravan. Cass finally agreed to sell. Got her to join us, so that's Cass, Veronica, Boone, and Eddie, I think. So we're up to, I guess, 4 followers so far. The more the merrier, as they say. So went back to, Eddie is about to join. I went back to Prim and fixed Eddie, who became the 5th member of the team. Went back home, and I let Eddie, Veronica, and Sonny relax there, while Cass, Boone, and myself went to the Cassidy Caravan wreckage. Following Cass's advice, we went investigating on 2 other wreckages. At the final one, Cass found evidence that the Crimson Caravan Company and the Van Graffs were behind the burnings. She wanted to go kill McLafferty, but I convinced her there was surely a better way to deal with him. I did what I had to do, spoilers, to get evidence of the machination and brought it to Ranger Jackson at the Mojave Outpost. He said the NCR would take care of the case. Cass didn't seem happy, but she said she was satisfied. We went back home to take a well-deserved rest. While adventuring, Willie has discovered many locations, killed a lot of baddies and critters. He's now level 14. he gains. Michelle notes that I solved this problem with Arthur. Michelle notes that Willie gains experience too fast due to his high intelligence. Just go with intelligence 1. That'll always solve that problem. Wears his duster, uses the cowboy's repeater, the mercenary grenade rifle, and has a 44 Magnum pistol for close range. Uses companions to full capacity, sells everything he doesn't need, and has made a lot of profit, about 12,000 caps. Many thanks to the Legionnaires, and he is very proud of his team. He never takes them all with him, only 1 or 2, depending on what he intends to do. They walk, and they sometimes have to sleep outside with one of them on guard. So yeah, I think it sounds like he is not fast traveling, which I don't have the patience to do that, but that is really actually very terrific for immersion.
It depends how long I've been playing as to whether or not I don't mind not doing fast traveling. I feel like the longer I play, like in a session, the less patience I have. So maybe he's doing it in spurts.
Yeah, I think that's right. I'm terrible with that. I found myself doing that in Skyrim because I forget which quest it was. It was it Thieves Guild? Oh, it was it was the stupid Baron's Eye stones. And I just I want to finish this damn stone quest before I go back to work in January. So January, let's see, I was going back so January 2nd, I was up really late. I was like, oh, this is so stupid. but I just had to power through this thing and get those freaking gems done.
Yeah, I know the feel. Like you could stop. You literally could stop and just pick up at a later time, but you just don't want to.
No, you can't. No, you can't do that. No. So, and then Michelle closes out this email. We got another note later from him, which you can read either this show or the next one, that he has played about 40 hours, has surely continued to explore. He's not going to New Vegas yet, and he will decide if he continues with Willie or creates a new character. And then he has some nice words to say about the Let's Play. So, Michelle, terrific note. Thanks for writing. Love to have people interacting with the show, and you guys, as you know by now, probably can reach us at thefalloutfeed@gmail.com or connect with us on the Facebook page or on Twitter. Any of those forums, we're happy to love to hear from listeners and hear what you're doing in any of the Fallout games, wherever you may be wandering the wasteland, or Minecraft for that matter.
Oh yeah, it'd be nice to get multiple people talking about their Minecraft.
I might have to start. We're gonna do a Minecraft Let's Play, everybody. That's exciting. You can hear me move blocks. Woo! No, I have no idea what I'm saying. This, I have zero clue what Minecraft is like, other than do I get a little guy that just gets to play with Legos and zombies attack him every once in a while? That's what I think Minecraft is.
It's reductive, but you're not far off, in all honesty.
I'm not trying to be insulting with my reductive.
No. I mean, I'm just saying that, that's leaving out a lot of it, but at the same time, it's on the nose. So
great. Well, because that sounds kind of fun to me, because although it took a lot of flack, I really do enjoy a lot of the building aspects of Fallout 4.
Oh yeah, that's part of why I like playing with other people in Minecraft, watching what they can come up with, because they come up with things that I just didn't even conceive of, and that's one of the appeals to me about Minecraft, is that there literally is no limit to your imagination or to what you can do. It's just up to your imagination to come up with something amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, and I'm totally excited to play some Minecraft. Charlene really sold me. Last episode, people go back and check it out if you missed last episode. Charlene gave us a nice review of the Minecraft Fallout DLC. Gonna drag me in, guys. Hey, I
think it's pretty fitting that I think it's pretty fitting that the super mutants are the creepers, because super mutants tend to carry, big weapons of mass destruction that go boom, and the creeper is a that goes boom. So.
I didn't know explain to me what a creeper is.
Oh my god. Well, technically it's a sentient cactus that's full of TNT.
What?
That's
Seems
what
clear
it
to me.
Awesome.
That is what it looks like.
Really fun, actually.
The thing is, they're called creepers because they are absolutely silent until you hear the tss of the TNT being lit off inside of them. and you have seconds to dash in any direction as fast as you can to get away from them before they blow. And I'm someone who startles very easily, so there have been many occasions where it was totally unwarranted, but I would scream or shriek because the creeper caught me off guard.
You ever play Fallout 4 with headphones on?
Yeah.
Ghouls.
I have shrieked many times.
Every once in a while, the ghouls jump out of fucking nowhere. And
Yeah.
Like, I'm wearing the headphones so that I can be quiet, and then the ghoul makes me yelp like a little child.
Yeah. What's that? The Sunshine Tidings?
The co-op?
Yeah. Like that place, that was one of the first times I absolutely just shrieked out loud. Like there was no, not a yelp, not a yip, not even a gasp. It was a full-on shriek. Like like I just saw a murderer shriek, and it was very concerning for people around me. And I was like, no, I'm fine.
Typically play a one-player game with other people around?
Yeah, I know I should be engaging with other people, but
no, I just didn't. Do your friends also game? Would they be like, hey, why don't we play? I don't know. Is there a two-person?
There are times. Oh yeah, there are
games. Do those exist?
I think so, but
the loners, right?
Yeah. Well, I also have friends who also sometimes just like to do their own thing, so they'll be playing their game and I'll be playing my game, but we still want human company, so we just sit in a room together and play a game and don't talk to each other, but we're totally interacting. And I don't know, it's just
that sounds kind of fun. It's like we were talking earlier about mods and what a fun mod that we would like to do. There is a crazy mod in Skyrim that lets you sort of jump into someone else's game, or maybe it's not Skyrim, maybe it's New Vegas, but it only kind of works or something. But like if they nailed that where they could let 4 people do dungeon runs together, I would fucking love that. Just like hey Kara, let's go check out fucking Spectacle Island and just hang out over there.
Yeah.
How fun would that be?
That would be a lot of fun. I do play multiple player games. I know I've mentioned the Dead by Daylight, but of course there's also Don't Starve and Minecraft and whatnot. But there are some times when I just want to play my own game.
Yeah, no
and yet have that human contact nearby, because I do live by myself and I do work from home. So sometimes I just need another human presence nearby to stop myself from going crazy.
Sometimes the cat becomes a person and we just sat and talk all night together.
Sometimes she meows back all the time. So it turns into a full-on conversation.
Yeah. What made you
totally normal.
Hey, Dennis, when was the last time you shrieked at a video game?
No, the ghouls in Fallout 4 were pretty bad. I mean, they had a totally different move than they did in 3, and it much more lifelike.
Are there ghouls in New Vegas?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're the trooper ghoul. They're not nearly so many. And there's a pretty high number of intelligent, of non-feral ghouls. Yeah. So there's definitely ghouls. I'm trying to remember. I'm not remembering a ton of other than the NCR trooper ghouls that are in this one particular area, which there's a lot of them. But there's a high number of non-ferals in New Vegas.
Super. So where did we want to go? Actually, before we continue on, let's check in with our friends over at My Journey with Cystic Fibrosis, a show you can found on asapodcasting.com, hosted by our buddy Jeremy, who also does ASA Game Talk, a general gaming show. But let's just check in to see what My Journey with Cystic Fibrosis is doing this week.
So you've heard us talk about cystic fibrosis, and you want to know a little bit more about it. Well, why don't you head on over to asapodcasting.com, click on the My Journey with Cystic Fibrosis link and give our shows a listen. You can hear Andrew and myself and his wife Tori talking about cystic fibrosis. You can hear a typical CF appointment with their son and get a little more information. That again is asapodcasting.com, My Journey with Cystic Fibrosis.
Great. Thank you, Jeremy, and everyone check out that show. Also, the new show, I can't believe I didn't mention it last episode, Mod Talk, ASA Mod Talk is starting up. They're trying to get the feed going in iTunes. They're having a little bit of trouble with that for some reason, but the first episode is up and live on the a Skyrim Addict feed, and I offered that we could post it in the Fallout feed as well. So I don't know if a random mod show pops up, people, please give it a listen, and then when it gets its own feed up and going, follow it on over there. That's ASA Mod Talk. That's Kyle and Victor talking about mods. I think mainly Skyrim and Fallout, but I don't know, guys. What I don't even know much about modding in general. What other games besides Bethesda games allow modifications?
There's most PC games have the ability to mod.
Nice. That's pretty fun that they allow everyone to do that now.
Yeah. I think there's just like this very dedicated group or subgroup of PC players who really enjoy mods. But I think now this is just based on my experience that the majority of PC players still kind of play vanilla for the most part, but I feel like the whole mod aspect is going to grow, or it's been growing for a long time, but it gets bigger, I feel, every year. And I'm just talking as someone who's been playing PC games for most of her life. You know, do you remember like Lego Island and stuff? Like, yeah, I was doing that way back in the day. Math Blaster, oh yeah, that was me.
Math Blaster, nice.
Math Blaster. Does anyone remember that Kellogg's cereal put out a game where you fought with a spoon on an alien planet against these green slime creatures? I think it was Kellogg's. Dude, I played the crap out of that. And of course, Monkey Island and stuff like that. But I think it's really cool that there are so many people who are now teaching themselves and are now able to add on to things. And I think it probably makes for even more impressive gameplay and gives developers an idea of what a lot of consumers really like and want to see.
Yeah, they also just get to steal all the good ideas and improve on them. So,
well, yeah.
Makes games better in the long run, I guess.
That's true. It'd be nice if they gave credit where credit was due.
Oh, I'm sure they do. They hire those good modders, right? Don't they give those people jobs?
Oh, yeah, that's totally how it works. I mean, unfortunately, no, obviously. But once in a while, it does happen, which is really great. You know, once in a while, someone recognizes, hey, this person, you know, has some pretty good ideas and they're getting great feedback. Maybe when we want to tap this person for resources at some point or even bring them on full time. Yeah. And that'd just be nice if that was how it worked most of the time.
Sweet. It would be nice, wouldn't it? Hey, Dennis, do you have a list of bands that maybe we were going to check in with?
Yeah.
Nice.
We had
yeah. Okay, just a brief reminder of what we were doing, just in case anyone's sort of like confused about what's going on, Dennis.
So, with your Let's Play series, Andrew, you had your character curing Tinker Keeps, and unfortunately he couldn't do the questing solo. He needed to have some help. So you ended up with quite a few people, so I figured it sounded like a merry band of folks, so I wanted people to give an idea of some band names, just different silly names that we could fool around with and have some fun with, and make a little money for CF. So we had about 16 overall submissions
Nice.
with different bands, but different band names. And I didn't know if you just want me to run through the different names or how we wanted to figure out who's going to be the big winner here.
Well, I don't know if we necessarily have to decide on the winner tonight, but I think we should at least read them aloud and maybe even post a poll. Maybe let the group chime in. I don't know how we can actually. Maybe we'll do it by a vote in the group, or just the four of us can be the ultimate deciders.
How about this? Maybe should we narrow it so there's 16. Maybe we each pick one. We narrow it down to 4, and then post 4 for the group to vote on. Kind of do a little bit of both.
That.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or a reversal, post all 16 and go with the top 4 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, which do we want do we want the group to have the final say, or do we want to have veto rights and let
Well, my opinion on it was that I'm running the contest, but it is Andrew's band, so I figured I'd give him the right of refusal if he wanted it, or else I was just going to saddle him with these. If I wanted to saddle him with a stupid name, I'd just name the damn band myself.
That's a good call. But as Pat has reminded us in the past, you never let the talent have the final say. The business decisions like that.
Well, then we'll have to leave it up to the fine, intelligent audience that's floating around out there.
Oh.
We'll let Dennis read them, and we can chat about them, and each pick one to get to, and we can just do a Facebook poll. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's. So I'm gonna get out my pen here, and we're gonna jot some of these down, and I'll put some stars. And awesome, this will be good.
And Kara, get your different color markers and pens, and
can I use the glitter pens?
Yeah, that's right.
Ooh, I've got we'll make a t-shirt out of this. Ooh, we should make a t-shirt out of that. Be actually.
Do you want me to just read the band names, or do you want me to credit people with?
I think we should not credit people. We should be anonymous. That'd be my preference.
No, because that would be a better anonymous poll. Then, people could actually vote on them. Because it's just a popularity contest. When everyone sees what Victor wrote, then he's of course going to win. Because he's freaking Victor. Okay. Do we have like a red carpet that we can walk down and announce some nominees? And it is award season, everybody. It is award season.
We should have like an announcer going on, and here comes this name.
And here's Jarl Elisef walking down the runway in her beautiful robe from Radiant Raiments.
I'm not walking down in no frickin' robe, dude. All right, so let me just start reading the names here, and you guys can drum roll or go about it as you choose. But the first one that I have on the list here is The Vampire Diaries.
I'm sorry, I'm impartial.
The next one is The Skald King Hypocrisy.
Because it's kind of a play on Red Queen Hypothesis.
Yeah. See what they did there? Yeah. Very, very nice.
I see what you did there.
The next one is Curing Tinker Keeps and the High Hrothgar Cavaliers.
You're going to have to say that one slow.
Curing Tinker Keeps and the High Hrothgar Cavaliers.
Is that like Paul Revere and the Raiders or something kind of thing? Is that I don't know what that.
No, that takes some digesting, but there's something about it that's appealing.
Okay, so if you like long names, the next one is up your alley too. It's the Rastafarian Rorikstead Runaways.
Nice alliteration.
That's a thing now.
Yeah.
Okay, Rastafarian. Say it again. Rorikstead
Runaways.
Run away. All right. All right, go ahead.
The next one is the Dova Ban, Dovabahn.
Dovabon, like a
Kraftwerk.
yeah. That's what I was just thinking. It's like Nagelbet or whatever, you know. Anybody gets that reference for the Big Lebowski, you're awesome. Dovabon. That's cool.
The next one is the Nernroots.
It's simple. I like that one.
It's the worst sound in the game.
But at least you can find the damn things, you know?
And my band is now the worst sound in the game.
Oh, that's ironic.
The next one is Play for Keeps.
Oh.
Oh, I see what you did there. Very nice.
Next is Double Delta and the 508s.
I get that. I doubt anyone else does.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to explain that one to me because I read that like a few times to be sure that I wrote it down correctly.
I know what that has to be, but if I tell you what it is, it will definitely reveal the person who turned it in, so I can't.
All right.
All right. So
Very
we'll
good.
save that. So that's a teaser for episode 65 or 66 or something. We'll have to reveal that when we do the debrief on these. I like it.
The next one is Curing Tinker Overdrive, CTO.
Like Bachman, no, the Turner Overdrive, right? The BT Curing Tinker Overdrive. That's hilarious. All right.
The next one is Blades of Glory.
These are very good.
Like the blades, the dragon smears. Nice. And that movie.
Yeah, that's what comes to mind first.
But I would just say that there was that dragon reference. Very nice, awesome.
The next one has a little bit of instruction that goes with it. The name is Tinkering with the Chromatic Scale. But this is a quote from the author. He says, but Curing is thinking of changing it to Dragons Ate My Friends Too, featuring DOC, daughter of Cold Harbor, Serana.
All right, you'll have to read that again for me, please, Dennis.
Okay, it's Tinkering with the Chromatic Scale.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna have to go with that one because you're not allowed 2 entries.
I don't know. I kind of like the Dragons Ate My Friends.
You think that middle part was actually him transitioning between 2 titles, but no, that whole thing is just one title. It's like this super, super hipster thing. Like, and they will know us
by the trail of our dead. Yeah.
But it's just like 12 titles of 12 different bands.
Well, if you like that, then you'll like the next one because this one not only provides a band name but has the first 3 songs off the first album.
Jeez. It gives us track listing already.
Yes. So the next one is Alduin Eat World. That is the name of the band, and the 3 tracks that this person has listed is Sweet Roll of Mine. Another one bites Dustman's Karen. And Elf with No Eyes.
That's hilarious. I'll do an Eat World.
Nice.
The next one is the Riverwood Nightmare Band.
Very nice. Thank you. All right. 14, I believe, is next.
Yes. And this one, I'm not sure if I'm going to say this properly. Olaf Odists? Odists?
Odists.
Yeah. Okay. Now my brain's working. Now that I have somebody say it to me,
Is that one word or is it 2 words?
Olaf's Odists.
Oh, Olaf's apostrophe. Yes. Okay, got it.
Or Olaf. I'm not even sure what it said, but like that's a reference to the quest itself. I think the old King Olaf One Eye or whatever his name was. I know he had to go fetch his book or something. All right, 15.
Is the Mighty Barkin Brethren?
Mighty Barking?
Barkin. I think I've tried to write it literally. So it's Barken.
Barkin. Okay. Brethren. Nice. Okay, this is a good list. And this should be the last one, right?
And yes, the last one is Two Dog Night. Knight.
Nice.
You guys, that's so great.
Did you only have 2 dogs, or did you have more than 2 dogs?
He does remember.
Sorry, I thought you were just making a joke. You're actually asking a question.
No, just seriously. How many dogs did you have in the party?
There's the one that I purchased and the one that you can trap. There's Vigilance that you can purchase at the Markarth stable, and Barbas, who, like, if you don't continue his quest, he'll just follow you.
Yeah.
There's also a stray dog that you can run into. I don't know if you've run into the stray dog yet, Pat.
Yeah. And there's actually a stray dog in Fallout 4, I think, as well.
I still haven't come across her.
Yeah, I haven't come across her or stupid freaking Fake Preston. I have still not met Fake Preston.
The bitch mongrel or whatever it's called.
That's the one. Yeah.
The one that you call Buttface. You have a couple of choices, and one of the choices is
I've never come across Jean. I still want to hit up Jean for a dog.
Oh, Jean is great. Jean hangs around Hardware Town, or he paths like Hardware, like the back area of Hardware Town is part of his path. That's where you can encounter him with some degree of regularity.
I'm glad they added a dog dealer with Far Harbor. There's that super mutant on a crashed airplane debris. The wreckage of an airplane, and he sells you 3 different kinds of dogs. That was kind of nice.
Wow. That was one of the first times I ran into a super mutant in that game, and I'm pretty sure he just attacked me. And
oh, really?
Yeah. Well, someone. I mean, because
they must have done something. I don't think he is aggro. I think he's actually a really cool guy until you attack him. I don't know what you
must have done something. But that was my introduction to super mutants, and it was a complete bloodbath. Like, he won hands down.
He wears like a cool, like, I don't know, a bear hat or something too. He's a really neat guy.
And I pissed him off.
Yeah, he'll sell you dogs. So what happens after you kill him? Do you have? I guess those dogs would go aggro too, so that you wouldn't have access to them. You probably had to kill everything.
Probably, but I wouldn't know because he shut me down real quick. Real quick.
Wow.
I was not prepared.
Hi, boss. Nice. Okay, so we have a list of band names here. We each wanted to choose one, right? And then post those up and let the group decide.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You guys have one suggested. Pat, what one are you going to go with?
I will go with the Dovabon.
Dovabon, that's nice. Okay. And Dennis, what were you going to go with, sir?
Two Dog Night.
Good call.
Gosh, I can't even. Kara, do you have one you were liking?
Play for keeps.
Also a good call.
Oh man, so many good ones.
Andrew, it's your band. If you want 2, if you can't decide, 5 is not too many to pick from,
Just so that we can have the reference and keep it a mystery and answer it later on, we'll do Double Delta and the 508s.
So that the thing that there are 2 different things that reminds me of. One is the Minutemen album, Double Nickels on the Dime. And the other one is the what's the Japanese girl group that's in Kill Bill? Is it 568s? Is that?
Yeah,
5,
yeah,
7,
something
8.
like that.
5, 6, 7, 8s? Is that the band name? Is that?
I think that's what they're called.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think it's the 5, 6, 7, 8s. Yeah.
Yeah, that scene is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's great. So we have the final four. We'll post a poll on the Facebook group. We have Dovabon, Play for Keeps, Double Delta, and the 508, and Two Dog Night. And Dennis, do you by chance have your, what do you say, a D12?
D20.
Make it D20. Oh my God, D20. Do you by chance have that on you, sir?
Actually, I don't. my little boy absconded with it. But if somebody got one or wants to roll, I'm happy to pass that off.
I hope that Kara can just reach. I was just saying, holy shit! I was hoping Kara could just reach in her drawer and be like, "Yeah, I got a D20.
I've got two D20s. Which one do you want? The sparkly one or the purple one?
Yeah, do you want the blue one, the red one, the green one? What do you got? I got a rainbow D20. What is? Shut up! I got D20s out the ass over here. What do you want?
1 sec, let me get it. It's just around the corner.
That's amazing. I can't believe that she's actually just popping her. Yeah, let me just grab all my D20s.
Mine are in the basement. It's too far to walk.
So I'm picking on you guys, and I'm an asshole for that. What is a D20 used for? I have no idea.
It's lots of things, and the classic thing is used for your saving throws and your to hit rolls in classic D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
So, how many would you roll at once?
For D20, you'd roll one, but you might roll multiple other things. So you would your D20 would tell you whether you would hit the critter or not, and then you would roll another die, typically a 6 or a 8 or a 12, to see how much damage you did.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. The D20 is an icosahedron.
Icosahedron.
Yeah, icosahedron. Yeah, it's one of the 5 platonic solids.
Okay, so yeah, Kara, what are we doing here? We're punishing Dennis here. Dennis, are you ready for this? Is this so? Explain again what we're doing here. There were 6 fan names.
So we had 16 submissions. So we'll roll the D20, and we'll multiply whatever the result. We won't do 1 because 1's a critical miss, and we multiply the result. The result of the die roll by the number of submissions we had, and I'll donate $1, to match that. And if we roll a natural 20, then I'll double down on it.
Oh God! Here's hoping my die don't favor me tonight for your sake.
Way too generous. Way too generous, Dennis. Thank you so much again for doing this.
And whoever wins the contest, I'll do 50 in their name. And also they get a special little prize that hopefully will not cause me to go gray.
Yeah, this might be the first and last time you do this.
We won't spoil the surprise, the special Skyrim surprise, but you are working hard in the background to get all sorts of stuff like designed and like made special stuff. So it is.
I'm having to work with artistic people who are the biggest pains in the asses, except you, Andrew. I love working with you.
Artists are the fucking worst. So he's dealing with all this people because this prize is going to be so cool. So thanks a lot, everyone, for participating in the event, and thank you so much, Dennis, for putting this event together. It's been really helpful, and it means so much to me and my family, especially in the time when it looks like a lot of people with pre-existing conditions are about to lose all their health insurance and be kicked to the curb. So this is actually very heartfelt and very important. And thank you so much for doing this. So let's get that die rolled.
All right, here we go.
Ooh, sound effects.
14.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 14. Let's do a little math on our calculator here. We got 14.
224.
16. Shut up, Pat. Thank you,
damn.
Jerk. 224. That's awesome. Plus you said you're going to do 50 in their name as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
274. Nice. That'll be incredible, Dennis.
Nice. Very much. Very cool, Dennis.
So welcome to the first and last here in Tinker Keeps No, I'm very happy to do it. I'm glad that we got a good role, and that we don't have to fire Kara from her rolling responsibilities anymore.
I would have if it had failed, I would have put it in the freezer for punishment and gotten my other D20.
Is that a thing? Do you really put it in the freezer?
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! There are nights when the die just hates you, so you got to show who's boss.
Yeah, if you're rolling very poorly, it usually helps to put it next to the heater to try and warm up the die.
There's this whole world I have no idea about, guys. I think I missed out by not playing, like Dungeons and Dragons or the Magic cards and stuff like that. I think I missed out on a lot by not doing that sort of stuff.
Yeah, you're actually like learning to play musical instruments and do worthwhile things like that. I have no talent and no ability at all, but damn, I know how to roll a D20.
I was playing basketball, learning how to play guitar, and hitting on chicks. So
Whoa.
no, it's totally. Playing. I was playing Bond and Mario Kart in my room, just like all the rest of everyone.
Goldeneye.
Okay, yeah, Goldeneye was amazing. We're about a little bit into the show, so I don't know. What else did you guys want to get into tonight? Thank you, Dennis, again for your amazing contest. We had a great email from Michelle. We went through these band names and chatted a lot about mods and stuff. So, anybody have any other things they would like to discuss before we sign off for the evening?
I got nothing.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank tonight.
I gotta go get to my second job right now.
Oh, bless your little heart. We really do appreciate this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right on. Well, thanks everybody for listening to this episode of the Fallout Feed, and we will see you in the Wasteland.
See you in the Wasteland.
Thank you for downloading this episode of the Fallout Feed Roundtable. If you are interested in doing a play-along character with us, the show can be contacted by emailing falloutroundtable@gmail.com. For the roundtable schedule, our Amazon link, and all other show information, please head on over to asapodcasting.com, where you will find the Fallout Feed, the Skyrimatic Podcast, our YouTube channel, the Chatterbox, as well as other content. Once again, thank you for downloading, and we'll see you in the Wasteland.
Mew.
Woohoo!